Hi guys, I'm Veselin. I've been traveling a lot in the Europe. I wanted to see for real what the life is, not from the movies. And I wanted to start being in almost any country except the Scandinavian countries. I used to play music and dancing and theater. I did some work in the agriculture and permaculture specifically. I'm really interested in this, but mainly I'm interested in reforestation. The last 2-3 years I was like 95% of my time I was like working on this, actually 100%. I lost the most of my friends and I just all my energy I spent in this, but it's like I really have not much of support in this way. And I also lost all of my savings that I had from Europe, but I was lucky that I could buy a little land, so I'm making nursery there. And I'm like try to improve it. I'm recycling windows from the old flats and many other things that I use as a tree nursery, tree seedlings. And so my idea is to reforest, like the planet is alive, so I want to keep it healthy. Like for me, like in my inside of me, I feel that I want to do something about it. I want to just to help it because it's like our mother, like, let's say. So I want to do something good about it because I really appreciate what we have, like all the planets in our sun system. It's like only our planet has something really good, and we are actually the humanity, we're actually destroying it very, very aggressively. So I really think, when I think more, I really see more reasons to help it. And since 2-3 years since I came home, I started to go to reforestation, small gatherings, but mainly I'm doing it myself. I take seeds and I go to reforest. I try different seeds in different areas to see what it's working better, and I search a lot. I look in the web, in YouTube, many videos about people like me and people who made research about what's the situation globally in the planet, the deserts, how fast actually they grow, Africa, Mexico, China, Australian deserts, in USA there are many deserts that are growing and growing faster and faster just because of the people that are cutting the trees down, mainly because of this. Um, so but in the business way, like my idea is, the reforestation, I do it myself. I spend my time, my energy, I try to do my best, but it's not enough. It's just small thing. One person can do a lot, but actually when cooperates with more people that also thinking in this way, it can be much better and bigger results. In kind of in the business way, my idea is to make plantations with trees. Not only because in this way I'm gonna reforest, and at the same time I'm gonna be like kind of, or we're gonna be like kind of producers of food. The population of the world is growing, so in the future we're gonna need more and more food. So especially in a biological way, for me that's the most important thing. I don't like at all chemical things. I'm like vegetarian and so on. So for me, like, I look for which trees are good. Like I don't like that much like apple and pears and so on because we have them already. So I'm like focused, and I like more different trees like lemon plantations. Let's say it can be grown here. It's not impossible. Like in permaculture methods, it can be easily done here also in Bulgaria. Like I like walnut trees. I like aronia trees. Some, even industrial canop. It's like so many things. The main tree that I think is like the best. Not that I separate them as good or bad, but it's also like paulownia trees. I read a lot, and I have started 2 years ago to plant my own Paulovnia trees, and I saw that it's just like basically easy. So I have the feeling how to do it because I grow in the village, and I just know how to do it. You know, I'm not like good in the marketing or whatever, but I'm good in the making and planting the trees. But to make the plantations, I have to have land. So that's the best problem, let's say, to me. Um, you know, I go and I plant in the wild oak trees mainly because like they're native, and they when they grow they spread themselves with the seeds that they produce in future. So, and some of them are dry resistant, which is the main goal to me, to reforest the dry places. But at the moment I don't find a way to earn at least money for fuel about in this way, reforesting the wild. Actually there is a really huge profit it will be from this, not only because we're gonna have problems with floods and so, and not gonna have logs in the future, but also because it's just like good to have the, you know, clean air and so many other things. So I want to also to have these plantations because in this way I can at least earn money for fuel, because since few months I'm just borrowing money to have fuel and to go and reforest. You know, it's just like going down and down. You know, it's like it's kind of bad. You know, and it's I hope that you're gonna like my idea to support me, because it's like kind of anyway. And so this Paulovnia tree also, it's really good because it's like when you plant it, then you can cut it the first year, then it grows again. You cut it and it grows again like 5-10 times. So it's just the first input to plant it. My plan is to plant like Paulovnia, walnut, Paulovnia, something else, or just like mix it. I don't know. It's just like in the way of the nature. That's the best, to in one area to have like different species, not only one. And in agriculture and permaculture way, this is also the best. Like I did those permaculture things with vegetables, but it's like with them you need to put a lot, you need to be every day there. But with the trees you just have to plant them and going from time to time to care about them. And when I was walking around the areas, I saw so huge areas that are dry. You know, imagine hills after hill, and after the hill another hill, and after the next village there are 10 hills, after the next village there are 20 hills. It's just like amazing, you know, like the hugest place is like from Sofia you go direction Serbia, there is Slivnica and Dragoman. You can Google it and you can see like huge spot that it's like size of close to Sofia maybe, that is just like dry hills and nothing. It was like kind of war or something, some area. But in my area it's like from Pernik to Radomir, or from Pernik to Dupnica, it's just like they're the same kind of, maybe the same size, but they are just spread it around. And in the beginning when I was Google it on Google Earth, I was like, there is like some land. But then I was like, when I went there, I saw that there are 2 times more, or even more than what I thought. So it's really big need. And I spoke with the people, for example, with the Paulovnia, and they told me if you plant Paulovnia, if you have the lumber, if you produce it, for sure you're gonna sell it. You know, there is, and it's growing the need for lumber, let's say, for logs, for firewood. But the Paulovnia can be used for, I don't know, for sauna. It's waterproof. When it dries out, it's like, it's hard to burn, so if you build a house of it, it's 2 times harder to burn it down, because like the temperatures that starts to flame this tree, it's like 2 times higher. And so many things. It's the fastest growing tree in the world, so it can grow like 2-3 meters a year easily. One really good thing is that in Bulgaria, it's not only in Bulgaria, for sure, it's almost anywhere, but in Bulgaria it's really good because there are many lefted places, areas, villages, that there is nothing there. So in a lot of places there are also people that also need work, so that's gonna be another really good thing for the people to that we're gonna give them work. For me, it's the best. When I had some savings from Europe, I really was enjoying to give some money to people to come to a forest with me or something like this. So, but no, I don't have anymore. And so it's really, I don't know, so many profits also when you produce like food. I was researching about the walnut tree, for example, and there was a guy who was saying that companies from England, I think, and they were asking how many tons you can offer us, and he was like, we don't have many tons, we have maybe 1, 2, and they were like, that's not enough, we're not interested. So there is a market for it. There are people who want this, especially in a biological way, which is for me the best thing. And main thing, like I don't like chemical things, I'm vegetarian and so on. And so I don't know, the video became too long. I hope that you understood at least half of what I said, and I really like what you do, and I hope that I will have the chance to meet some of you and speak more, and you can ask some questions, because I really don't know which are the most important things for me to say to you. So I wish you good luck with everything, and yeah, peace.